It really was a last minute decision to go and fish the first day of the Bass Electric Tour's Hinze Dam Teams event, knowing full well that I probably couldn't do this Sunday. Got a BARRA event to go to and need to get organised amongst all the confusion of the office move. Basically, just wanted to go down to see if the fishing was as good as at Hinze Dam as it was a few months ago. As it happened, the fish weren't schooling as much, the water was a bit warmer. I find bass fishing quite difficult over summer, and these are more like summer conditions. In winter time, you get those fish suspending, you can scope them real well, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, wanted to see if the Mercury Avatar 35E could smoke all the fast electric boats. Got that done. Unfortunately, it wasn't a race, it was a fishing event. Ended up in the top 10 after the first day, but as I said, won't make it on the second day down there. Caught my first fish on a crushed shitty jerk. Caught my second fish on the crushed shitty suspect. Caught my third fish on a spinnerbait, and then a few more in the end on the suspects. Good day on the water. This first fish came from the quarry. I was trying to find strolling fish at the time, like ones that were halfway between the top and the bottom. But the warmer water has put those fish down, so I was fishing a rock pile just sort of out about 3 or 4 casts off the bank, and this one fish came out of the school and grabbed it, only just shaking that lure up off the bottom.
That's what I like. He came right off the bottom. It's one of the right ones. There's about 6 of them just charging it. Little medium one. Another big one. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Get the live well going and we'll vent him. He came from deep.
Now, whenever I catch fish over 20 foot deep, I like to vent them, which releases some of the compressed air which is in their swim bladder. If you don't do it, the fish's guts all day just get punched up against the outside of their stomach cavity. Just vent them. This is with a 20 gauge, but you can use a 12 gauge needle. Forward dorsal rows back, level with the pectoral fin. Don't squeeze too much air out of it, and the fish will be happy as all day. This second fish came on a slow rolled suspect on a half-ounce head. Those fish line up just along the outside of the trees, and this one was silly enough to bite.
Fed him off the bottom. He's a little one. The baby.
And it's been a while since I've caught a nice bass on a spinnerbait, but throwing in amongst these trees, and these trees continue down further than you see them visibly. I wanted a weedless bait or a snagless bait I could roll through that timber, and only second drop down, winding it up through the trees, I got this nice fish.
There's a fish on a spinnerbait down deep, stay out of the trees. Nice. That's number 3. Sure, it's all pretty well. About 36.
And on the way back, I bounced a few points. Again, the points with the trees coming out, those fish sit in amongst the trees, but towards the outside, in around that 30 to 40 feet of water. Sink the lure down. I can see them on the Garmin. And most casts, fish will follow it back. You just have to find one which is dumb enough to eat.
Eat it. Baby. One came up off the bottom. Might be an upgrade.